Okay, hi everyone. Today's reading is just going to be about seeing what comes through. I don't have anything planned. I am open to choosing a few different cards from different decks. I'm going to be starting off with the animal card deck. Why am I nervous? I shouldn't be nervous. So I'm going to start off with the animal card deck and see what we get. I'm hoping that we'll get some messages come through that were similar to yesterday's reading, which I started to record and then the thing behind me fell down, so I kind of just called it a day. But I love the message and it was such a beautiful message and it was so confirming to me to say that yes, this is what you want to do. So yeah, let's get started anyway. Feeling into the collective consciousness right now. Some people are coming against a few obstacles. One really doesn't want to go back in the deck. So just feeling into the collective consciousness now. I would say that the feelings are quite, there's a lot of different conflicted feelings, which, how can I try and put this? So basically, now is not the time to look to family and friends for validation and acceptance. Now is the time that you bring yourself that validation and yourself that acceptance. No one else can do it for you, no one else can bring it to you for you. You have to do that for yourself, and it is an absolute act of complete honour, and it's an act of courage and bravery as well to be able to say to yourself, you know what, this is fine, this is good, or maybe this is 99% good, but let's just have a re-look at something. So what I'd say at the moment, if you're having any doubts about where you are in life or what kind of person you're becoming and how you're showing up in this world, I'd definitely sit with those feelings and not be so quick to, like I say, go to others for advice, go to others for validation over what you may or may not be feeling. I'm in a very tumultuous time right now, so there are a lot of emotions and general ideas just up in the air right now. There are people at various stages of awakening and realization, and on different levels and spectrums and on different densities as well. So we have to really allow people to just give people the space really to change and find out what they need to grow. And it's important not to, let's say you have this friend and you really, really want he or she to be this certain way. You just wish that they would understand what you understand, because then they would be so much happier. Trust me, I understand the frustration of that, but now is a time to just let them be them and let them organically find their way onto their own timeline, rather than you perhaps influencing and getting, I don't want to say getting in their way, because you never ever intend to get in their way. That is not what you intend to do at all. You never set out to get in anyone's way. But sometimes it can happen accidentally, and that's okay. That's nobody's fault. That's just the way that things work. Sometimes we see people that need help and we go to them and we offer them all the greatest advice that we have to offer. But actually that advice they take the wrong way and they end up digging themselves further into a hole. So just have a look at these cards that have come up first. We've got, that's interesting, we've got the vulture. And I'd say there are some, just getting this vulture energy, I'd say there are some, what I was talking about just then about sort of swooping it down on your friends and influencing their lives and being too, oh, what's that, what you got there? Oh, how are you thinking about that? And do you believe in this? And is this true? It's that's sounded really harsh, that, and I'm sure there's no one, that's actually going to them extremes, but there is definitely a vulture energy, and think one of the reasons why there is this collective trying to get people to see our points of view is because we are unable at the moment to validate ourselves. So because we can't get what we want, we are then picking the scraps of other people's and trying to change theirs, if that makes sense. Because the vulture energy always reminds me of, you know, I mean, if you've ever seen, whenever I think of a vulture, for some reason I always think of, I think of it actually, and this is quite graphic, but actually pecking out an eye of another animal, like a dead animal, and it's pecking out the eye. And I think what that is sort of a bit of a metaphor for, you know, you are so keen, and I feel like it's coming off a bit too harsh, but people can be so keen to make people see in certain ways that they end up actually causing them to lose their vision, which is, I think, again with this vulture and the eye metaphor, you know, or you've swooped down, you've seen something that you want, and you've gone to get it, and it's like, whoa, hang on a minute, actually that wasn't yours to have, that was something else. Oh wow, beautiful card. And then we have the lion. Yeah, so this is where you really belong. This is where your energy really needs to be in this. The lion doesn't ask the opinions of any other animal in, you know, in the wild. It just roars. It doesn't need to ask how to roar. It doesn't need to ask when to roar or where to roar or who to roar at. It just roars, and that's where you need to be right now. You need to be standing in your own power, in your own solidarity and sovereignty. You need to be more heart-centered. I'm definitely picking up more finding that raw power from the heart, rather than raw power from, say, how the vulture might have raw power and how the lion has raw power is very, very different. And I love just the lion imagery that it conveys of strength and, like I'm saying, solidarity. And it doesn't need the opinions of the other animals. It just does its thing, and that needs to be you, okay? So let's have a quick look. What we've got here. Yeah, hang on. Very interesting week. Potential for conflicts, definitely. Okay, we have. I love this. Okay, this is perfect. I recognise that I have chosen fear, and I choose again. I choose love. I'm going to say that again. I recognise that I have chosen fear. You have been the vulture out of fear because you have not wanted to face how powerful, how damn powerful you are as a lion. You've not wanted to face that because that means a heck of a ton of responsibility that comes with this power. But you can do it, honestly. The responsibility thing, it's not even that big a deal. You will find yourself moving through that more naturally and more gracefully than you actually thought you would. Responsibility actually does come quite easy to you. You just don't realise it because you've never had to be in a position where you've not had the choice to be responsible. You know, it's always been a kind of like, oh, if you want to do this, you can. Whereas now the universe is saying like, it's not taking away, you know, you're not taking, the universe isn't taking away any of your free will. It's just saying like, you want this, and we know that you want this, and we're pushing you into your power. Of course, you can always say no, but I'm here to say yes. You know, choose again and choose love. It's fine that maybe in the last couple of weeks or week or month that you have essentially maybe integrated yourselves into your friend's psyche to the point where you've actually wanted to rearrange a few things in there. And now sort of I'm saying like, you need to come back to yourself, to your heart centre, to your knowing, and work from there. You know, choose again and choose love. Don't choose fear. And can I just say, you didn't choose fear on purpose. That wasn't a self-harm kind of thing. That was just, you just chose it because you didn't know any better. You didn't understand what you were choosing, and that's fine. That is why we're here. You know, I have so much compassion for those that sort of choose things and then look back and realise that they've made the wrong choice. You know, because that is literally what we're here to do, and it's absolutely fine. You know, we're supposed to, you know, live and learn, and then and then we're reborn, and then we live and we learn again, and that's how it is. Oh, 1 second. Sorry, my screen froze and I needed to wiggle the mouse. Okay, I think we'll get one more from the, I think this is a crystal oracle. I don't think my hands are big enough to shuffle this deck. No, really not. We did have one flip over there, but I didn't get a chance to see what it is, and I have very, very arbitrary, I suppose, rules about when I'm to take a card and when I'm to not. So let me, this one here, that's the one. Okay, interesting. This is very interesting, okay. So this one talks about, this one's a little bit of a different message, although we do have major purple theme going on, by the way, so just pointing that out, and in the vulture as well. So yeah, you can't see it that well, but around the vulture there is actually a purple kind of like, there is a sort of a purple thing going on, but right, okay, so this one that I've just pulled, it says shower of abundance, and reads, to heal your financial situation, first give us your worries concerning money. We will then guide you in order to show you how to create and accept abundance. As we work together, your financial situation will heal as fast as you'll allow. Okay, so some people could be just, and this doesn't surprise me at all because of the situation, could be having some problems with finance, money, abundance. I'm not a big fan of terms like lack mindset and poverty consciousness, but they are terms that can be used if you have an individual understanding for you what they mean. So when I say a lack mindset, I tend to avoid using things like that because it comes across a little bit victim blaming, like, oh, you'd have money if your mindset was better, and it's like, actually there are some situations that people genuinely cannot just think their way out of. It's not always, you might be very young, you might be living at home, and it doesn't matter how many times you say in your head, like, I'm rich, I'm abundant, I deserve everything, I'm prosperous. Your mum or your dad or whoever you live with, it won't do anything to change their situation. However, perspective is very important, so there is a valid argument to be had. But anyway, I think in short, don't worry. However, this doesn't mean ignore, okay? So there's a difference between having the appropriate response to something that is going on in your life and essentially pretending it isn't happening. Now, there is a middle ground to be had there, and I am guilty, just like I imagine many people are, of panicking, like seeing kind of a number a bit more low than I'd like in my bank account and being like, oh my god, how am I going to do this? What am I going to do this for? Well, I need another job, I need this. And kind of getting like a bit like just mulling it seriously over in my head and not actually doing anything to change that, just worrying. Because I've worried so much, it's kind of the illusion that I've done something, like when I'm lying in bed at night and I'm thinking about it, I'm like, okay, well, you've done all you can, and it's like, in reality I haven't actually done anything. I've just had a bit of a moan in my head. No, I'm not saying like this needs to be, practical advice, like, go get a job. That might not be possible right now, depending on your situation. However, what I am saying is that a little bit of acceptance, quiet acceptance, calm acceptance, graceful acceptance can go a long way. Just sit with your situation. Sit with the energies that are surrounding your abundance mindset and your money situation. Sit with them, see what comes through. I'm really trying to convey the message of it's not worth getting, like, I was going to say it's not worth getting your knickers in a twist about. That's an awful expression, but it's it's not worth getting riled up about if every single day you're like, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. Just think, okay, maybe this day I don't oh my god it. Maybe this day I just realise that whether I go over it in my head 1,000 times or go over it in my head 5 times, actually nothing's actually changed. I've just, there's just the illusion that I'm doing something about it. So don't mistake anxiety for productivity, hey baby. But at the same time, it's not your fault that you're worried about it. It is a absolutely normal response to have to something. Honestly, I feel like it is taking more than it's worth, if that makes sense. Any issues that you're having with money, the worry is taking up more than the money is worth, if that makes sense. The time that you're investing and worrying about it, actually you wouldn't spend that much time thinking about money even if you did have it, okay? What I might just do is grab just a random message card. That will do. Green. Okay, so this last message I'll leave you with is I move with grace, I laugh with freedom, I love with joy in my heart. I move with grace, I laugh with freedom, I love with joy in my heart. This is just kind of, I'm really getting an image of somebody peeling back all these layers that they've sat with for maybe weeks or months or even years. Really peeling it back, and actually like all this hardness and all this sort of cyclic anxiety actually tumbling away from somebody, and it's like they wake up one morning and they're just like, wait a minute, I didn't need to live that way. Actually, there was another perspective I could have had on the world. What the heck happened? Did I not see it? What was I doing to myself? I really feel that somebody is making some big strides with their life. I'm hoping my cat is literally like, his nose is on the microphone, so it might be loud, but okay, so yeah, whoever this particular person is, I'm getting kind of the sense that in my next video I'll be talking more about this situation, but yeah, somebody recently may have just broken out of a little bit of a cyclic thing that they were in, and they're kind of like taking their first baby steps as a happy person, and yeah, enjoy it so far. So enjoy the ride. Be open, be receptive. Move through the world with grace and with calmness and clarity. And there is no reason that you can't be everything that you want to be, that you truly want to be in your heart, okay? I'm going to leave you there. Alright, let's say bye, baby. Bye-bye. Alright, I love you all, and please stay safe. Stay groovy. I was going to say stay human, but then I don't really know why. Stay human because you don't have a choice. And I will see you all in the next life. Bye bye.